name brand. They
died starving.
Thank you.
Yes.
Every once in a while, you get a Jackson Pollock, or you get a Coons, Jeff Coons. They got artists that makes money while they're alive. But for the most part, Skip, that's not a very lucrative business.
No, and Lisa J. Banks says that her client is seeking no money to compensate her for sexual misconduct. And the NFL did respond to this letter from Lisa J. Banks within the hour, arranging for a phone call between investigators and the attorneys for the artist. And Lisa Banks said to Sports Illustrated, this sort of intimidation and harassment is the reason victims are often so reluctant to step forward in these cases. We have confidence the NFL and the Patriots will step in and end this behavior.
Skip.
Okay.
Damn a phone call.
Yep.
NFL, get your ass on a plane and either go to her or bring her to you. What is with this phone call? You see, Skip, a phone call, you better go see this lady.
You better go see this man, Antonio.
How that man come see you.
Yeah.
But Skip, this deserves more than a phone call. I think because sometimes, Skip, I think phone calls is not deemed as serious. When you face-to-face, it's one thing if my boss say, hey, Shannon, I want to talk to you. You have a few moments today. Can you give us a call?
You usually don't.
Stop. Skip, will you stop telling everything? Now, just let me make my point. Let me make my point. But when they say, Shannon, can I see you 5 minutes after work in my office? That's a whole different game. That's a different story. So they need to bring this lady in and talk to her, or they get on a plane. NFL, you got plenty of money. Hop on a plane and go see her.
And I did love this detail that the Sports Illustrated reporter, Robert Klemko, who's done an outstanding job reporting this. But he texted back to the number that he has validated has belonged in the past to Antonio. That he has used to contact the artist.
Correct.
Just to confirm or deny details of the woman's charge of intimidation. And the respondent at that number, purported to be Brown's, replied, FOH, clown. And most of us know what FOH means, right? And it's so, I don't know for a fact it was Antonio, but it sounds like him, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound like his attitude right now?
It sounds Antonio Brownish.
Yeah. FOH. You know, all of you, FOH, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's daring the NFL, to me. And we did see the little brief interview yesterday, and he put on that big smile. It's a great smile. It's right up there with the best smiles in sports.
And if you don't know him, it'll fool you.
It will, because he's traded off it. He's hidden behind it many times before, and it's gotten him long ways in this business. And we don't doubt. He is a great player.
Yes,
great
absolutely.
Player.
We're not,
no doubt about
that's
that.
not what's in question currently.
We saw that in action
last Sunday.
Miami. But in the big picture, all he said was, you know, I appreciate your question yesterday to the New England reporter's question, and he's hiding behind that facade, but that's real right there.
Right.
FOH.
Right.
That's him.
Skip, you cannot, a witness or a potential witness, you cannot have contact with them. It would be deemed as intimidating or threatening. They will put you in jail for that. That's a jailable offense. That is a crime. Does he not know that? Oh, for me, if you say, Skip, if you allege something of this magnitude, I don't ever want to speak to you again in life. Let alone call and threaten you. I got nothing to say to you. If this goes to court, well, give me my say in court. Give me my day in court. Let me get on the stand and say my piece. But I got nothing to say to you on the phone. I got nothing to say in text message, in group text. I don't want anybody that knows you that knows me. I don't want to send word to you through them. I'm done with it. I'm done with you.
So just to sum up Antonio Brown's last 1 year of misconduct, let's start with the Robert Klemko, the first piece that he posted. And the sub-headline on it said, accusations range against AB from previously untold account of sexual misconduct, a charity auction theft, multiple domestic incidents, and a long list of unpaid debts. And then I've read this list before, but just to quickly hit the lowlights of this happened just in the last year. There was the lawsuit against him when, without regard for human life, quote unquote, said the lawsuit, he threw furniture from his 14th floor Miami condo endangering a 22-month-old boy, an ottoman fell within 2 feet of him down at the swimming pool. That's a potentially lethal act.
Oh, yeah, he'd have been in jail for an extended period of time.
I would say on that one. Then 2019 also, this is in January, he pushed Wiltrese Jackson, mother of his daughter, to the ground, both hands, when she asked him for some money to repay, I think it was his son's haircut. Then he was caught driving in excess of 100 miles an hour in Ross Township, Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh suburb. Found guilty of that when he failed to appear in court. And then he was sued by the chef who said at the Pro Bowl that AB stiffed him for $38,000 in meals over the Pro Bowl weekend. And then another personal trainer sued him for $7,000 worth of services that trainer said went unpaid. So then you mentioned the Mike Mayock. There was that was an NFL incident on the practice field in which he reportedly, AB, called Mike Mayock a cracker and wanted to fight him, threatened to punch him out in front of, I guess, most of the team was watching. And does this add up to conduct unbecoming? Yeah,
absolutely.
I would say.
Well, that's what Skip. He made it very easy for the Raiders to say, okay, this is conduct detrimental to the team.
Yep.
We're going to suspend. We're not going to suspend you, but we are going to put in here, this is conduct detrimental to the team, and this voids the guarantees that you were going to get. He couldn't stomach that because remember, Skip, when it was going to be wrote that he was going to be traded, he's like, if you got guaranteed money, have your team to call my agent, yada, yada, yada. So that's the guarantees because, see, Skip, you get that guaranteed money, what you do? And this is what the NFL do. They take an isolated, and I've said this before, they'll take an isolated incident like AB, and they say, this is the reason we don't give guaranteed money. Because, see, when you give you guaranteed money, you act like a jackass. See, as long as we keep that carrot in front of you, you'll keep chasing it. You'll be, for the most part, on your best behavior. They won't look at they won't look at the guys that do the right thing the majority of the time. Like 99% of the guys in the NFL do the right thing the majority of the time. They'll take one isolated incident or two isolated incidents and say, see, this is why we can't give you guys guaranteed money. But the NFL needs to have a conversation with this young man sooner rather than later. Tuesday will probably be the deadline for me because the longer you string this along, you're telling your viewing audience that this is really not a serious issue. We don't think this is serious.
I would love to hear today that they've at least scheduled a session with Antonio next Tuesday, just so we had that to go on. That they are showing some urgency here because as far as he's concerned, we feel no urgency to get to the bottom of this with him, right?
But on a group, Skip, you ask any of my friends, they on group chats. It's like, hey man, what's Sharp? Man, don't put Sharp. You know how Sharp is about that group chat. Don't include me. You call me one-on-one. You text me one-on-one. Don't put me in no group chat.
I got it.
And Skip, he put like I said, one or two things are at play, Skip. There's no other way around it. He does not know that he's included her in this group messaging, or he doesn't care and says, I'm coming from you. I'm letting you know, there's your kids. He's letting her know, he's putting her on notice. Those are the only two things at play here. And guess what? Neither is good in his behalf because it just shows a blatant lack of disregard to the rules that they don't apply to. I may be, got 600 catch seasons consecutive. I'm one of the top receivers in all the NFL. Your rules don't apply to me. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to go where I want, and I'm going to say what I want.
Correct. Which brings me back to my initial original stance on this whole matter. I all but dared Robert Kraft to finally stand up and take a stand and say, no, this is too much even for us. Just to finally do the right thing and say no. And basically admit, sort of publicly, okay, we've had a long history of winning with players with baggage, saying, watch this, we can take your baggage and we can win Super Bowls with it, right? And in this case, there's so much baggage that I wanted Robert Kraft to say, okay, that's enough from the start before he played against Miami. And obviously, we have heard nothing from the Patriots, and I'm pretty sure we won't hear anything from the Patriots.
No. It's business as usual. The bottom line is win. pro sports skips is what? Yeah, the teams want to make money, but it's about wins and losses. And this is a guy that can help them do what they do better than anybody else in the history of the NFL. In the 100-year history, no team has ever won like this organization has. So it comes down to that. He can help us continue that tradition, and whatever might come our way, the rocks and the stones, the sticks that people might throw, we're willing to accept that to get another Lombardi.
That is correct.
The Patriots have said if they knew about the allegations, they never would have signed him in the first
I don't
place.
believe
that was easy hindsight.
Yeah.
2020.
Well, you know about it. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah. Now you know. about it.
Exactly. But it did nothing.
Nothing's happening. I assume he's going to play against the Jets.
1,000% certain he's playing against the Jets.
And that's a scary proposition for Jets and Jets fans. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Still to come this morning, does Gardner Minshew mania have a greater impact than most people realize? The mustached man. That's what we're discussing next. Don't forget, you can check us out every day on the Fox Sports Channel on SiriusXM. Undisputed. We'll be right back.